everyone, it's Kathy, and welcome back here on my YouTube channel, Kathy's Random Acts of Stampin', and welcome to our Saturday video. My recording schedule is Tuesday at noon Eastern Time. I do a recorded video. I do another recorded video on Saturday at 12 noon. That's when it goes up. And I also do a live on Friday at 12 noon. I try to keep my times the same. It keeps the confusion down of wondering exactly what time. So 12 noon all 3 days. So that's 3 times a week that you can come and actually see what I've got going on here on my channel. I always try to bring you fun cards, fun 3D projects, and in the process try to teach a little something that maybe you know, maybe it's something that you have learned in the past but maybe forgotten. But it's always my goal to make sure that I'm teaching as well as just showing you how to make a card. Today we're going to be working with our horse and sleigh, and this is one of our online exclusives that was just released 2 days ago, July the 6th. All of these products went live as online exclusives. What does that mean? It means these are not featured in any catalog. They're only listed in our category under shopping, online exclusives. So if you're interested in this set, I'll have all the order numbers on the PDF tutorial. All you have to do is click there. There'll be a link there that will take you directly to my store, and you can shop if you want any of these products. This is a really pretty set, and I love it. Let me show you a card that I did just playing around with it. The paper is stunning. The graphics and everything is just gorgeous. And I did this one with the horse look like he's pulling the sleigh uphill, and I just stamped on my designer series paper, wishing you a season of cheer, and when you open it, and a happy new year. And I put the little bunny like he's ahead of the sleigh and he's jumping to get out of the way. He doesn't want to get run over. A nice little tree there and a little snowbank. And this card was done really fast and simple because your designer series paper does all the work. So we're going to do something similar, but I'm going to choose a different piece of paper. And let me show you this gorgeous paper. You get 4 sheets of each design. So you get I always say it's 2 like that and 2 like this, because this is the other side of this, as you can see. Really pretty paper. The trees are gorgeous, and there's the other side of that. Then you got the little fox running in the snow, and the other side of that is just a wood grain. And then you got your fence. This is the one I want to use today, so I'm going to lay 1 sheet of that out, and that's like a little tweed pattern on the back, which is really super cute. This is the one that I used, and I cut it down to fit exactly what I needed on my card. And let me show you, and you'll see that this is the same paper. I cut it off a little bit here. I wanted to make sure I got the little green tree, but I cut it off this way some, so I was able to get my 3 3/4 by 5 piece out of this piece. And that works really well for you. So you can give that a try if you pick up this paper. It is stunning. I love it. This little deer, look at the look on his little face. Is that not precious? I love it. So I'm looking forward to doing something with this piece as well. I think it's stinking cute. And then look at the serenity of this one. Oh, so pretty. And then you got this little washboard in the back. I'm trying to go through this so I can show you each one of the patterns. This one's cute. It looks like a bird's eye view of you're up in the trees and you're shooting down. I thought that was cute. And that's the other side of it, just that misty moonlight. And this piece here is so pretty. So beautiful. Looks like the lights are shining off of it. It is stunning. So I can't wait to work with this piece as well. But I didn't want to cover up the beauty of this with the sleigh. So that was the reason why I didn't choose that. But stay tuned, because there'll be another card coming. This is another pretty piece that you could put the sleigh in front of. But this it's got a lot of the lemon lolly in it, and it is just beautiful paper. And this is the back side. And another one like this that's just landscape, and then this is the back of it. The trees going in the right direction. They're just like a little forest of trees. Very cute. And then this one's so stinking cute with the little gate back there. And that's the back side of this. So you can see it's a gorgeous pack of paper, and you got your designs on one side, and then you have a more, I guess, neutral pattern on the underside. So I would say go grab this while it's available. These are while supplies last. The little pickup truck, the stamp set is gone. The pickup truck punch is still available if you want to get that. I'm not sure. I need to check and see if it says it's coming back, the stamp set. So let's go ahead and get started on our card. I think this piece is going to be a little easier to cut. I'm sorry, I had to grab a sip of my drink. You also get these if you buy the entire collection. You get the paper, the stamps, the dies, and these snowflake gems, and they're beautiful. So what I need to decide on this one, exactly how I need to cut this down. And I'm thinking I'm going to cut off at this side. So I know I need to be 3 inches this way. No, I'm sorry, 3 3/4 this way and 5 this way. So let's get our trimmer out. And I am going to cut, like I said, from this side. And I want to bring that to 5. And we sliced off that tree. Hang on to your pieces because this can be another piece for another card. Now we need this piece to be 3 3/4. So almost 4, but not quite. And I don't want to take that much off, or do I? Sure, we can. I need this down here for my sleigh. So we're going to cut this at 3 3/4. So what happens then, you have a piece that is 3 3/4 by 5. We're also going to need a mat. So I think for this one, I'm going to mat it in, I could go with boho blue, early espresso, or smoky slate. Oh, decisions. Let me grab some cardstock and decide what I want for my card base, and then we can go from there. So I think what I want to do is I want to grab that early espresso for my card base. And I had a piece down here that is a card base, and that's early espresso. And I think I'm going to grab the boho blue. So let's see if I got a piece big enough in my scraps. And yeah, we can get it this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this piece down to 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to go in this way and cut it at 5 1/4. And this will be cut by 4. All these measurements will be listed on the blog along with the products that I'm using. So don't fret or feel you have to write everything down as we go. I always have a PDF tutorial out there so that you can access that for measurements, guides, and what have you. So this is going to all fit on the front of that piece just like that, and I think that looks really pretty. So what I need to do now is I need to adhere. Now off camera, actually before I started the video, I did some die cutting, and these are little pieces for your sleigh, and I did these in the silver foil paper. and I went ahead and stamped my horse and my image. And what I did is I colored it with my Stampin' Blends, and I'll have all the colors I use listed on my blog, on the blog. You'll find it under the PDF tutorial. But this is so stinking cute, the way this cuts this out. I used the Pecan Pie on my horse, and I love him in that color. I used a little bit of wild wheat here on the man's coat and hat, and I used red on the lady. And of course I made my sleigh this beautiful red color. I think it's gorgeous. These pieces will actually adhere to our sled or sleigh. Just like that. And then this piece will fit right in here, just to give your sleigh, dress it up a little bit. So we're going to put that on, but let's lay this to the side. I think that's very, very pretty. I love the way that looks on that boho blue, and then all of it pairs really well on the back with that early espresso. So I really do like the way this card looks. And I think what we're going to do next is we're going to decide where we're going to put our sled. But before we do that, let's go ahead and put our other pieces on. Now you want to be very careful when you're working with liquid glue and any type of foil, because the two do not mix. The foil doesn't like the glue, and the glue doesn't like the foil, so they don't get along. So when I do this, I just dab a tiny bit I'm going to very strategically, and I think I'm going to bring out a silicone craft sheet. This will just help ensure that I don't get glue on my desk. So I'm going to sit this down. Something like that. Give it a press. Now this piece will be the piece that will challenge me, because we have such a small piece to glue on. There we go. It's a little just to get on there. Tedious, I think, would be the word, but it will fit. And of course I've got glue on my fingers, so I've got to clean that up. And just like that, I'm going to clean that up just a tiny bit, just to get any of that glue off. So now we have our horse ready, and I want to pop this one up on dimensionals. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals, and I am using the large ones because this is a large space to cover. And here. And here, and I think that will be enough to get us by. So I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to go ahead and lift off these backers. And now we're going to bring this piece over. I'm just going to bring this piece right here. I need to slide this up just a hair. Okay, now I know what hit my leg. I knew I felt something. It's actually my little piece off of my net. It's my foot. Okay, hopefully I'll be able to find that after the video. So for now I'm just going to have to deal with it rocking. But I did lose a foot. Let's see if we can put something up under here. Just that'll work. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I want to sit this down, making sure I'm getting it nice and straight. Oh, that's very pretty. So now all we got to do is put some glue on the back of this. And adhere that to our mat. So this is what I like to call a double matted card, because you've got your card base, a mat, and then your designer series paper, and then whatever elements you want to put on your card. So pretty. Look how delicate that looks. So the next thing I want to do is go ahead and score my card base. So I'm going to bring up my scoreboard, or your Simply scoring tool. And on the 8.5 inch side, we're going to score at 4 1/4. And fold that over like so. Here it is. I've got all the Stampin' Blend colors that I used so that I can list them in the PDF tutorial, because a lot of times I like to know what colors I use, and my bone folder was hiding out underneath those. So anyway, give your card a really good crease. This helps your cards to lay nice and flat. Now we're going to take this piece that we've worked on, and we're going to center it up right on top of this piece. If you wanted to give this a little bit more dimension, you could put dimensionals under the bottom of this. Totally up to you. I think I'm just going to glue it straight down. We've already got dimension. I'm going to set that down something like that, and give it a press. Isn't that pretty? Now we're going to need another piece of the boho blue, and I like to double mat the inside as well, so I'm going to cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. And then we're going to take this white piece and we're going to cut it at 3 3/4. Oh, we're not going to do that piece. That's not cardstock. I realized it because it felt shiny. This goes in the back of my paper pad. So let's get a piece of white cardstock. And this piece needs to be 5 by 3 3/4. And this is going to go in the inside. And I think for the inside, I'm going to do a little something, that little something extra that I always like to do. I'm going to grab one of my inked up, quite inked up piece of grid paper. And in the stamp set, there's these little tiny snowflakes. So we're going to take that out, and I'm going to grab some boho blue. The reason I wanted the grid paper under me, I'm going to be stamping off because I don't want that full color. I want the second generation color. And if you've never heard of second generation stamping, you are either very new to stamping or you've lived under a rock. So, but what you do is you ink up and you stamp off. See how dark that is? And then you stamp on. and then you get a much lighter color. So stamp off and stamp on. Couple more right here and we'll be done. I think that's good. I just wanted it to have a little bit of a background there, like snowflakes, and I think that worked really well. So on this piece I want to stamp my sentiment, and I think for it I am going to use 2 stamps, and that is this one that says wishing you a season of cheer, and the other one says in a Happy New Year. Okay, then we can get a block and pick all that up at one time, and we're going to ink it. I am going to use the VersaFine for this because it is just a sentiment. I'm not going to be coloring or anything, and I love the vibrance of this ink. And then we're going to put this down right in the center. Give it a good press. And there is our sentiment. Isn't that gorgeous? So now we just need to put this on here. And I'm just going to use some liquid glue since I've got it out right here. Get that nice and straight, and then set this down on it. And now we're ready to adhere this to the inside of our card. So again, I'm just going to very lightly put glue all over the back of this. And then we're just going to set this down inside of our card. So there we go. This is our first Christmas card for our Christmas in July. I love the way the silver really does highlight that. Very, very pretty. The other thing that I would like to do is we have a stamp in here that just says joyful, and I want to stamp joyful right there. I think I need blocks just a tiny bit bigger than that one. Now, if you're wondering where you can find the ink that I used or my bone folder, you can go to my Amazon affiliates and you can find a link there that will take you to my store, and you can purchase any and all of the products that I use, from my glue to my bone folder, to any inks that Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry that I use. So there is our card. Isn't it cute? Love the way it turned out. I don't think we need anything else on this card. I think it speaks volumes without putting anything else on it. I love it. I hope that you do, and I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial on the horse and sleigh Christmas card. So pretty. Love it, love it. Until next time, God bless and keep you. And as I always say in closing, let everything that you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is worthy. So until next time, God bless and keep you. Bye-bye.